Good morning and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Will Joseph.
And I'm Kelly Kennedy.
Next year, the enrollment of students at Roseville High School will decline. This will have an effect on the students, staff, and programs available at the school. We go to Lisa Diaz with more.
Next year, there will be a decline in student enrollment at Roseville High School. The school will be losing 159 students to other schools in the district that otherwise would be attending Roseville. According to Principal Ashley Sarin, this loss has been caused by a multitude of reasons.
So when we look at our enrollment, a lot of it is students that are transferring out to other schools. And there's really, where our boundaries are, there's kind of three sections that we've determined where our boundaries are. And some of them, the students just live closer to a different school. And so therefore they want to transfer to the school that they live closer to. And so we have a lot of our boundaries, they are actually really close to other schools. And then for the ones that are closest to us when we get transfers out, that's where we're actually reaching out to those families and asking specifically, hey, what are your reasons for transferring, or why are you leaving the school, and so forth.
The decline in enrollment will not only affect the students, it will also have an impact on the staff workforce.
Yes, so we are staffed, the way that staffing works is the certain number of kids will equal one teacher. And so when we have, 125 less kids next year, that means we're going to have 5 less teachers next year. That's how the math works. So we do have some teachers that are leaving to go to a different school that is growing, right? So they're still going to be in our district. So that is an impact, of course. We don't want to lose our staff. That's always gut-wrenching and really hard. But they'll be amazing at the school that they go to next.
According to Union Site Representative Jessica Fork, the declining enrollment will also have an effect on the learning opportunities available for students.
So low enrollment really affects the entire school because we're losing teachers and programs. So in our history department, we were having to downsize by 1 teacher, which means that we actually can offer less classes for students. And then if we can't offer classes or programs or anything like that, it makes it a lot harder for us to attract students to Roseville and or keep them, because they're going to want to leave because they're not getting their classes that they want or the programs that they want. And then it also affects us with funding, because we're based on enrollment numbers. So the less students we have, the less money we have, which means we can't provide certain things and we can't pay for certain programs. When I first started working here, it was hard to transfer. You had to have a very compelling reason. And within the last, I would say, 5 to 6 years, it seems like the floodgates have really opened and they've allowed a lot of people just to leave for whatever reason. You don't even have to have a compelling reason, and that's a problem.
According to English teacher Kelly Capel, the decreasing enrollment also affects the faculty and staff.
I think what's really hard when we have low enrollment is that our teacher staff is a family, and just like any family, when we lose people, it's really hard. And so when we have low enrollment, we have involuntary transfers or people that have to go to other sites. We don't like to see that because we have departments, we have a community, and so we lose teachers. We sometimes lose programs if we don't have enough students to fill those programs, and that just makes Roseville, it can be a struggle for us. But unfortunately, it would continue what we have happening now, where teachers would have to leave. Programs struggle because when you have fewer students, you have fewer programs that can flourish. And a good high school is made up of those programs. We always are going to have English and math and social science and science, but our other programs, our elective programs, there won't be as many options for students, and it makes it a little harder to want to go to a school where there's not as many options. And so what I really wish would happen is that parents and students would be made to come to Roseville and learn about our school before making a decision to go elsewhere, because I think they'd realize there's a lot that's valuable here and that their student would flourish.
Although the decrease in students will also have an initial effect on the school, projections done by the school show that the decrease will eventually even out.
So the good news is that this is projected to be our last year where we're going to have a decline in enrollment. Now, projections are projections, nobody really knows, but they're usually spot on. So this is projected to be our last year of a decline, and then we're going to even out. We're supposed to be around 1,425 kids next year, and then we're supposed to even out about there for a few years and then start to go back up. So we're not looking at it's not the steep drop, it's just we're just settling out and evening out from all of the change from COVID in West Park. We're maintaining. We're going to have 3 or 4 years from this, and then we're looking good to to start increasing again.
Thanks, Lisa.
The Spring Blood Drive is this upcoming Tuesday. Students interested in donating blood can scan the QR code or go to the Vitalant website and enter the code on screen to schedule an appointment.
Now we go to Natasha Nikiforov with sports.
Good morning and welcome to this Friday's edition of EOTSN. I'm Natasha Nikiforov. Heading to the mound, the baseball team is in the midst of a much-watched series versus Wood Creek. After an amazing pitcher's duel on Tuesday featuring Tyler Ritter going the distance, only giving up 2 hits, the offense was held to 5 hits and falling 2-0. Roseville is not up for being disrespected on their senior night. Lincoln Detoli took the bump and had a shaky start, giving up 5 in the first 2 innings, but was able to return to prime Lincoln going the distance and only surrendering 1 singular hit over the next 5 innings, and retiring 15 out of 16 batters faced. The Tigers tied it up at 5, and in the bottom of the 7th inning, senior and future Trojan Luke Donahoe took this hit-by-pitch and sent Roseville home happy. Noah Whitaker was able to speak to him post-game.
Thanks, Natasha. I'm here with Luke Donahoe, who secured the dub after a hard-fought game. Tell me, how are we feeling after that game?
First of all, I want to thank my teammates. I want to thank God. I want a special shout-out to Alo. I love you, dude. Couldn't have happened without you. It's just grit. It's team grit. It's teamwork. We fought the entire game. Lincoln threw a solid back 5, and then we just rallied behind him with all that run support.
After this game, we're in a pretty good spot for playoffs, but tomorrow we have one more game against Wood Creek. What kind of energy are we bringing towards that game?
This team is a brotherhood. We work together. We're so good together. I know if we win today, we have a great shot tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited, and I can't wait to go.
Thank you. Back to you, Natasha.
Thanks, Noah. The Tigers faced the Timberwolves in a rubber match today in a must-win game. Jumping right into softball, they faced River Valley on Tuesday, starting off hot with River Valley leading 3-2 after the first inning. There were no runs scored for several innings until freshman Carly Curie-Silanek led the inning off with a single. Then, due to senior Kaylee Scott's sac bunt, senior Jillian Anderson was able to tie the game with a double. The offense didn't stop as freshman McKenna Patterson hit a go-ahead double and senior Carissa Avila hit a triple. Junior Allie McFarland closed out the game in the top of the 7th for her 3rd win in a row. The girls now stand in 2nd place in league, right behind Bella Vista. On the green, Roseville seniors performed well at the All-League tournament on Monday, receiving 2nd place in league and at the tournament. Luke Cassani, Timmy Harry, and Zach Ott all earned 1st team league, and Jobin Cagely was awarded 2nd team All-League. The All-League players have the first round of playoffs on Monday. And finally, in swimming, section preliminaries began on Wednesday and Thursday. Congratulations to Lauren Nielsen and Lily Wolfinger for qualifying in their individual events and as well as our girls relays team. Good luck at section finals today, girls. Tune into Tuesday's broadcast for more updates on playoffs. And that's all on your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. I have the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. And now we go over to entertainment.
Thanks, Natasha. Last Tuesday, Batman Arkham Shadows was announced. When I first heard the news, I was like, oh, this can be cool, but what's the catch? The game is set to release exclusively on the MetaQuest 3. Yeah, that's the catch. The game is developed by Camouflage, the same people who made the Iron Man VR game, so I have some hopes. Warner Bros. Have yet to announce who is voicing Batman due to the late great Kevin Conroy passing away, but more information will drop June 7th. Last Tuesday, we said we would talk about Kendrick Lamar's new diss track on Drake, Euphoria. But this morning, Kendrick Lamar released another diss track on his Instagram called 616 in LA. Personally, I prefer Euphoria, both as a song and a diss track. Besides his comments about OVO, I think the rest of this song is just whatever. I'm Jace Hendricks, and now we go back to news.
Thanks, Jace.
A student at Roseville High School has a blooming business making bouquets and corsages. We go to Jaden Truong with more.
Juliana Silva, a junior here at RHS, has started her own floristry.
I started selling bouquets and corsages because I wanted a side hustle, and I felt like it would be a good business to get into since my mom already had some type of experience with making bouquets and stuff for some events, like family member events. And I would really like to work with flowers. I think they're pretty. So I was like, let me get into that because I like it.
Because it's prom season, Silva has received many requests for corsages and boutonnieres. It can be time-consuming and can take multiple hours for her.
My main inspiration was probably TikTok. It sounds funny.
If you want to put in a request, you can find Julie on Instagram.
I don't want to be too big of a business, but I don't want to be too small of a business. My main goal is to get clients here from Roseville because I feel like not a lot of people sell bouquets here like that. Like they're not very well known.
Thanks, Jaden.
That's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on eyeofthetigernews.com. See you next time.